Lunchtime hour, but rain chances and storm potential ramping up closer towards the weekend. I'll be breaking down all of the timing and threats coming up.
Member, and she is very important. Her name is Jennifer Lambers. Jen, Joe was just talking about the weekend ahead. Although I'm excited for the weekend ahead, it's kind of like looming with this weather on Saturday.
That's exactly right, and especially there are so many events taking place heading into Saturday. We were talking about it in the 10 a.m. hour of Studio 10. We had Randy Kennedy come on. He was running through all of those events, and we are tracking the potential for some severe storms Saturday afternoon and evening. My best advice right now, go ahead, start moving those inside. If you were heading to any of those events, always check in with those event organizers online to see what they're thinking with it. Because even then, regardless of the majority of those storms coming into play later on in the day, it is still going to be windy out there on Saturday. So take that into account with umbrellas and tailgate tents. Now, taking a look at satellite radar across the southeast, you can start to see some of that counterclockwise rotation, seeing just some of those showers and storms ramping up closer towards the mid-south. Now, here locally, it's mostly quiet, except we still have some of those showers beginning to pop up closer towards the Florida Panhandle. Now, I was on Fox 10 News last night. I mentioned we have a 30% for today. It's still very generous, but the majority of our viewing area wouldn't be seeing a lot of these showers. The higher chances remained on the east side of Mobile Bay, and that's exactly what we're seeing. So Avalon Beach still just starting to see a lot of that moderate to heavy rain, more of that continuing along I-10. Just make sure you're driving carefully out there. But closer towards downtown Mobile, it's calm and quiet with traffic moving smoothly. A nice view from our Battleship Memorial camera brought to you by Navigator Credit Union. Those temperatures right now right around 70 degrees with more of those southeasterly winds. Timing things out on our Futurecast. Here's where we're seeing the majority of the rain. We're not quite seeing it for our inland areas right now, so the Futurecast is just a little bit off, but it still wants to ramp up some of that coverage for our inland areas and closer towards Monroe, Conecuh, Escambia counties in Alabama, and also the Florida Panhandle. Some of those could pack a punch. We could possibly see some gusty winds and some hail in some of those, so just a heads up. I'll continue to monitor those as we get further along into the early parts of the afternoon. And then look at that. By 3 o'clock, sunshine. It's going to be looking great out there. So no concerns for Thursday afternoon practices or games. They're looking fantastic. It's Saturday where the concern really comes into play, that we'll start to see those rain chances ramping up. And the SPC, the Storm Prediction Center, does have our area outlined in a moderate risk zone for strong to severe storms. That's going to be upgraded. It's going to be that level 4 out of 5. The main concerns that we're looking at is going to be the potential for some strong tornadoes, possibly even long tracks for portions across Alabama, Mississippi, and down into Louisiana, and also some large hail. I'm going to be talking more about this, the setup, the environment, and also that timing coming up in just a little bit.
Jen.
And also talking more about your forecast, the sunrise and the sunset heading into this evening. Sunset will be just a little bit before 7 p.m. in both Mobile and Pensacola. And then sunrise heading into tomorrow, 7:03 in Mobile, 7 a.m. in Pensacola. Days are getting longer, so that sunset time getting pushed back, sunrise getting earlier. But I'll talk more about your forecast and something cool that we might be able to see heading into this evening. Those details are coming up when we come back.
I thought to like people you worked with.
But no, family.
Yeah.
So
people you live with?
Yo, how many of those stupid mugs do we have in our house? 8 billion.
I know.
A lot.
I know.
And then we get a new one every now. I'm like, why do we have a new one?
The thrift store, Jen.
You can tell I'm upset about it.
I get it, but it's hard to get rid of them because, Jen, some you want to keep, but then your really only option is the thrift store unless they break, because you don't want to throw them away. Who has time for a garage sale in the midst of all that, you know? So what do you do with them?
Right,
So
and they might have sentimental value to you, but not other people.
And they fall out every time you open the cabinet.
I made the mistake of every single time I went on vacation buying a new one, and now it's just stacked up.
So
like, I gotta
sorry.
start getting rid of these. Yeah.
I'm angry at you just thinking about it.
At least they're clean though. They're clean.
Okay.
Let's take a break. Let's take a break.
Well, let's go ahead and talk more about your forecast right now. Just a reminder, it is going to be a great time to go ahead, download the Fox 10 weather app, because we have a lot happening across the Gulf Coast, especially spring breakers. If you're visiting us here, this is also going to be a great tool for you. That way you know what's going on with our local forecast, and you can live stream all of our coverage in case we do have any watches or warnings heading into this weekend. Just a reminder, if you scroll down, you can always press watch live. We will be going live there in case any of those warnings are issued heading into this Saturday. But let's talk more about what you can expect heading further on into tonight. And part of that, let's talk about the space news out there. Now, one of those is going to be you can spot the International Space Station. Now, we've been getting in quite a few videos over the past few days. They've been looking great, and you'll have that chance heading into tonight. And that time is going to be about 7:34. So set your alarm for about 7:20, 7:25. That way you have time to get outside. And the good news is that the visibility window is about 6 minutes. It's going to be appearing towards the west-southwest, disappearing towards the north-northeast, and the maximum height about 39 degrees. We will have some clouds out there. Hopefully it doesn't impact your visibility. Now, the clouds will unfortunately only begin to increase heading into the overnight hours, right when that lunar eclipse is going to be taking place tonight, heading into tomorrow morning. And it's going to be beginning around 11 p.m. That maximum eclipse taking place just closer towards 2 a.m. So again, if you want to wake up overnight, set your alarm. The best time it could be closer towards about 1:30 to go ahead and set that alarm. But our fogcast heading into tonight, we're going to be introducing cloud cover, and unfortunately also we're going to be introducing some of that fog development. The humidity is on the rise out there with those southerly winds. So closer towards 2 a.m. looking at the potential for half-mile visibility for many areas across the Gulf Coast. Then heading into tomorrow morning, still going to be seeing some of those impacts for your morning commute. But I'll talk more about your final forecast coming up in just a little bit. Now, also coming up, we'll be back with 3 to know before you go. And for now, a live view outside down on Dauphin Island.
Yikes.
That was not our editing, we should say.
Would have beeped a little more of that. Gators, man.
I know.
Look out.
Listen, I recently saw a video though, Jen. I'm terrified of a gator, but it was a small little gator and it didn't have a tail. It looked like a puppy dog, and I would have cuddled it. It's the tail that throws me
I don't think
off.
it would have cuddled you
It
back.
would not have cuddled me back, but it looks so cute.
So cute.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and take a final look at the next 10 days of what we're tracking out there. Spotty showers still possible today. All that clearing out by 3 o'clock. That continues tomorrow. More humid, warmer. Storm tracker alert day on Saturday. More of an all-day event. Stay updated with us. But Sunday, St. Patrick's Day, they look great. Again, download the Fox 10 weather app. That way you can stay updated.
Yeah, let's get through Saturday and then sunshine, right?
Exactly.
I like it.
So what you saw wasn't a tailgater?
No, it didn't.
Goodbye.
Tailgater?